Which of these classic British breakfasts do you remember waking up to? Toast popping, kettles whistling, and marmalade jars wobbling, Before instant cereal took over, mornings were full of warmth, sound, and smell. Share your memories, because these weren't just breakfast, they were part of Britain's story. Greggs. Steam curls from the ovens, carrying the scent of golden pasties, sausage rolls, and sticky sweet pastries into the crisp morning air. Counters gleam with flaky delights as the chatter of customers mingles with the hum of coffee machines. Children dash in after school runs, clutching warm treats, while office workers balance breakfast sandwiches and steaming drinks. A fleeting moment of comfort before the day begins. Every bite bursts with buttery warmth, sweet notes, or savoury richness. A familiar high street ritual, but across Britain, another forgotten breakfast gem waits quietly behind the counter, ready to surprise your taste buds. J.D. Wetherspoon. The clatter of pint glasses and the hum of chatter fills the air as Wetherspoon doors swing open. Plates of full breakfasts, hash browns, and steaming cups of tea line the tables, the smell of sizzling bacon and fried eggs weaving through the spacious pub. Families settle into booths, students grab a quick bite, and early risers sip coffee while the morning stretches of ye. There's a comforting rhythm here. Order, claim a table, and dig into hearty portions without fuss. Across Britain, hidden in a quiet corner of the pub, forgotten breakfast item waits, ready to spark surprise and memory. Burger King. The hiss of grills fills the air, mingling with the scent of flame-grilled burgers and salty fries. Plastic trays clatter as families, teenagers, and early commuters snag breakfast sandwiches and steaming drinks. The morning energy buzzing across the tables. Toasted buns and sizzling bacon wrap the room like a warm invitation, each bite promising comfort and familiarity. Queuing for a favourite breakfast wrap becomes a small ritual, a shared pause in a busy day, a brief indulgence before the world fully awakens. Burger King wasn't just a fast food stop, it was a stage for mornings in motion, where bold flavours met routine, yet somewhere behind the counter, a forgotten breakfast creation waits quietly, ready to surprise the curious and spark a memory. Costa Coffee. The rich aroma of roasted beans drifts through the air, mingling with the warmth of steamed milk and freshly baked pastries. The hiss of espresso machines and the gentle clink of cups on saucers fills the cosy space. Office-goers clutch takeaway coffees, students linger over notebooks, and friends share buttery croissants with soft laughter, each moment a small morning ritual. Every sip carries comfort, transforming rushed routines into fleeting indulgence. Costa Coffee wasn't just caffeine, it was a haven for pause, a corner where stories, routines, and quiet reflection met. Yet behind the counter, a forgotten seasonal treat or classic menu item waits quietly, ready to spark curiosity and memory. A hidden delight waiting for the observant morning visitor. KFC, the unmistakable scent of fried chicken drifts through the air, mingling with the warmth of golden fries and crispy sides. Morning sunlight glints off the red and white signage as families, workers, and students shuffle inside, trays balancing burgers, wraps, and piping hot chicken. The hiss of fryers and clatter of trays creates a comforting rhythm, a familiar soundtrack of busy mornings. Every bite bursts with bold flavour, a small celebration wrapped in nostalgia. Children sneak extra nuggets. Office-goers grab breakfast sandwiches, and laughter mingles with the scent of warmth clinging to fingers. KFC wasn't just food, it was a ritual of indulgence. Yet tucked behind the counter, a long-forgotten breakfast item waits quietly, ready to surprise curious taste buds and spark a memory. Subway. The smell of freshly baked bread mingles with crisp lettuce, ripe tomatoes, and the tang of pickles, filling the air with the promise of a made-to-order breakfast. Morning crowds weave through the bustling shop, trays clattering, knives chopping, and sauces drizzling onto steaming fillings. Egg and bacon sandwiches, toasted wraps, and layered creations feel personal, each a small ritual of choice and indulgence before the day begins. Children linger over colourful displays, office-goers grab a quick bite, and the hum of conversation wraps the space in warmth. Subway wasn't just a stop for food, it was a canvas for flavour, a morning routine layered with freshness and care. Yet tucked behind the counter, a forgotten specialty or seasonal filling waits, ready to surprise and delight those who seek it. Nando's. The smoky aroma of peri-peri chicken drifts through the restaurant, mingling with the warmth of freshly baked rolls and golden fries. Families, friends, and early diners gather around tables, clinking cutlery and sharing spicy, tender pieces of chicken, the air alive with chatter and laughter. Each bite bursts with a bold flavour, a comforting heat that lingers on the tongue and sparks memories of casual lunches and weekend treats. Nando's wasn't just about food, it was a cherished experience, a ritual of indulgence and togetherness that made mornings and afternoons feel special. Children dip their fingers in sauces, while adults savour the spice, creating moments that taste as good as they feel. And just when you think you've explored every corner of the menu, a forgotten or seasonal dish may surprise you all over again. McDonald's. The scent of sizzling burgers and golden fries drifts from the kitchen, mingling with the sweet aroma of freshly toasted buns. Children's laughter echoes over the clatter of trays, mingling with the hum of early morning customers grabbing breakfast sandwiches and steaming cups of coffee. The rhythm of order numbers called, ketchup bottles clicked, and trays stacked creates a comforting soundtrack of routine indulgence. Families huddle over hash browns and egg McMuffins, teenagers trade fries, and every bite feels like a small ritual of warmth and cheer. McDonald's wasn't just fast food, it was a shared experience, a morning pause wrapped in paper and joy, yet hidden behind the menu a long-forgotten item waits, ready to surprise and delight, rekindling waves of nostalgia. Pizza Hut. The warm scent of freshly baked dough and tangy tomato sauce fills the air, mingling with the delicate aroma of melting mozzarella. Families, friends, and couples settle into booths, the soft clatter of cutlery and hum of conversation creating a comforting rhythm. Children peek eagerly at plates stacked with pizzas topped with vibrant vegetables, meats, hams, and bubbling cheese, while adults savour the perfect balance of flavour and crisp crust. Pizza Express wasn't just about food. It was a small ritual of sharing, indulgence, and joy that made ordinary days feel special. Every slice told a story, every table carried laughter. Yet hidden among the familiar toppings, a forgotten classic or seasonal favourite waits, ready to spark curiosity and delight taste buds anew. Pizza Express. The warm scent of freshly baked dough and tangy tomato sauce drifts through the air, mingling with the delicate aroma of melting mozzarella. Families, friends, and couples settle into booths, the soft clatter of cutlery and hum of conversation creating a comforting rhythm. Children peek eagerly at plates stacked with pizzas, topped with vibrant vegetables, meats, and bubbling cheese, while adults savour the perfect balance of flavour and crisp crust. Pizza Express wasn't just food. It was a small ritual of sharing, indulgence, and joy that made ordinary days feel special. Every slice told a story, every table carried laughter, yet tucked behind the familiar menu, a forgotten classic or seasonal favourite waits, ready to surprise taste buds and spark fresh nostalgia. Pret-a-manger. The crisp scent of freshly baked bread and aromatic coffee drifts through the busy shop, mingling with the green freshness of salads and wraps lined up behind the glass counters. Office-goers, students, and early risers weave through the morning bustle, grabbing sandwiches, pastries, and steaming drink. Each order a small comforting ritual to start the day. The hum of conversation, clink of cutlery, and rustle of paper bags create a familiar rhythm, turning a quick stop into a quiet moment of pleasure. Pret-a-manger wasn't just about food, it was a pause, a gentle breath in a hectic routine. Yet tucked among the familiar sandwiches, a forgotten seasonal special or nostalgic treat may reappear, ready to spark delight and revive memories. Leon. The aroma of freshly baked flatbreads, roasted vegetables, and sizzling meats drifts through the bright, bustling space, mingling with subtle hints of herbs and spices. Early risers, families, and students shuffle past, trays balanced with hot boxes, wraps, and steaming drinks. Every bite feels wholesome, a comforting ritual of warmth and flavour to start the day. Leon wasn't just fast food. It was a carefully crafted experience, blending nutrition, taste, and simplicity. The chatter of customers, clatter of trays, and hum of the kitchen create a lively, familiar rhythm that makes mornings feel alive. Yet hidden among the menu's favourites, a long-forgotten hot box or seasonal creation may reappear, ready to surprise your taste buds and spark fresh delight. Dishoom. The warm, spiced aroma of freshly baked naan and simmering masalas drifts through the air, mingling with the faint scent of strong chai. Early diners, families and friends settle into cosy booths, the hum of conversation blending with the clink of cutlery and the sizzle from the open kitchen. Each plate, from bacon naan rolls to fragrant breakfast curries, feels like a small adventure, a ritual of flavour that awakens the senses and warms the heart. Dishoom wasn't just breakfast, it was a journey through memories, culture and bold tastes, a morning treat that lingered long after the meal ended. And just when you think you've tried every roll and curry, a hidden or seasonal dish may reappear, ready to surprise and delight in new ways.
Franco Manca!
The scent of wood-fired pizza drifts through the air, mingling with the tang of fresh tomato sauce and bubbling mozzarella. Diners gather around rustic tables, the soft clatter of cutlery and low murmur of conversation creating a warm, inviting rhythm. Each pizza, with its chewy, charred crust and fresh, simple toppings, feels like a small celebration, a ritual of flavour and comfort that makes mornings or afternoons feel special. Franco Manca wasn't just about pizza, it was about craft, tradition, and the joy of sharing a meal made with care. Children nibble corners of margarita slices, while adults savour bold toppings, each bite a memory in the making. And just when you think you've tried every combination, a forgotten classic or seasonal creation might emerge, ready to delight your taste buds all over again. Yard sale pizza. The smell of bubbling cheese and tangy tomato sauce drifts through the cozy, vibrant pizzeria. Tables are filled with friends, families and students, sharing slices piled high with inventive toppings and golden, crispy crusts. The clatter of plates and hum of conversation create a comforting rhythm, a soundtrack to casual indulgence. Every pizza feels personal, bold, messy and satisfying, thus on a small ritual that turns ordinary mornings or evenings into moments of delight. Yard sale pizza wasn't just about eating, it was about the experience, the creativity, and the joy of sharing a slice with those around you. And just when you think you've tried every topping combination, a hidden specialty or limited time creation might appear, ready to surprise and delight with every bite.
Flatiron!
The smoky aroma of sizzling steaks fills the air, mingling with the scent of freshly baked bread and charred vegetables. Diners gather around small bustling tables, knives and forks clinking, conversations humming with warmth and laughter. Every cut of meat, tender and perfectly seared, feels like a small ritual of indulgence, a moment to pause and savour. Flatiron wasn't just a steakhouse, it was a celebration of simplicity, quality and flavour, turning every meal into a comforting experience. Curious to see which hidden gems and forgotten classics await your taste buds? Click now and dive into Britain's lost culinary treasures. Friends share plates, children nibble on sides, and the atmosphere buzzes with satisfaction. And just when you think you've tasted every cut and sauce, a hidden twist on a classic dish or seasonal special may appear, ready to surprise your senses and spark fresh curiosity. Bao. The gentle steam rises from soft, pillowy buns, mingling with the aroma of braised pork, spicy fillings and fresh herbs. Diners cluster around small tables, chopsticks clattering, laughter bubbling through the air as each bite releases warmth and flavour. Every bao feels like a tiny ritual, a delicate balance of texture, spice and comfort that makes mornings or evenings feel special. Bao wasn't just about food, it was an experience, a journey into bold, inventive flavours wrapped in simplicity. Friends trade bites, children marvel at the soft buns, and every order brings a little moment of delight. And just when you think you've tried every filling and combination, a hidden or seasonal creation might appear, ready to surprise and delight with every mouthful. Little Chef. The smell of sizzling bacon and fresh coffee drifts through the roadside diner, mingling with the scent of golden pancakes and buttery toast. Families, travellers and chilly risers fill the booths, the clatter of cutlery and hum of conversation creating a comforting rhythm. Each plate, from hearty fry-ups to fluffy pancakes, feels like a small ritual, a pause in the journey to savour warmth, flavour and familiarity. Little Chef wasn't just about food. It was a welcoming stop, a hub of memories for generations where mornings and road trips intertwined over steaming plates. Children tug at syrup-laden pancakes while adults sip coffee and watch the world go by. And just when you think you've explored every classic dish, a forgotten specialty or seasonal treat may appear, ready to surprise and spark new memories. Happy Eater. The aroma of sizzling sausages, crispy bacon and freshly brewed coffee drifts through the bustling roadside diner. Families, travellers and early risers settle into booths, the clatter of cutlery and cheerful chatter, creating a lively, comforting rhythm. Each plate, from classic fry-ups to golden pancakes, feels like a small ritual, a pause in the journey to enjoy warmth, flavour and familiarity. Happy Eater wasn't just a stop for food, it was a hub of memories, laughter and shared moments on the road. Children tug at syrup-drizzled pancakes while adults sip tea or coffee, soaking in the cosy atmosphere. And just when you think you've tried every menu favourite, a long-forgotten dish or seasonal creation may resurface, inviting you to rediscover flavours and moments you didn't know you'd been missing.
Spudulike!
The scent of baked potatoes, melting cheese and sizzling bacon fills the air, mingling with the soft aroma of butter and fresh toppings. Diners queue patiently, trays in hand, as staff pile jacket potatoes high with beans, coleslaw and a variety of savoury fillings. Every plate feels like a small ritual, warm, hearty and comforting, turning a simple potato into a satisfying morning or lunchtime indulgence. Spudulike wasn't just fast food, it was about customization, creativity, and the simple joy of comfort food done right. Friends swap bites, children marvel at the endless topping choices, and every order brings a quiet moment of delight. And just when you think you've tried every combination, a forgotten or seasonal creation may resurface, ready to spark curiosity and rediscover a flavour you've been missing.
Pizzaland!
The rich aroma of bubbling cheese and tangy tomato sauce drifts through the lively pizzeria, mingling with the scent of freshly baked dough. Families, friends and students gather around tables, laughter and conversation blending with the soft clatter of cutlery. Each pizza, from classic margherita to inventive toppings, feels like a small ritual. Warm, comforting, and a moment of indulgence that turns ordinary mornings or evenings into special memories. Pizzaland wasn't just about food, it was about sharing, creativity, and the joy of every perfectly baked slice. Children eagerly reach for cheesy corners while adults savour each bite, and the atmosphere hums with delight. And just when you think you've tried every topping, a hidden specialty or seasonal creation might appear, ready to spark curiosity and surprise your taste buds all over again. Deep Pan Pizza Company. The warm, doughy aroma of thick golden crust rises from the oven, mingling with bubbling cheese and rich tomato sauce. Diners gather around tables, forks clinking, laughter echoing, as steaming deep pan pizzas are carefully sliced and served. Every bite, soft in the middle, crisp at the edges, layered with toppings, feels like a comforting ritual, a moment to savour indulgence and flavour. Deep Pan Pizza Company wasn't just a meal, it was a shared experience, a place where families and friends gathered to enjoy hearty, satisfying food. Children eagerly pull apart cheesy slices while adults dive into generous toppings, and the atmosphere hums with warmth. And just when you think you've sampled every combination, a forgotten specialty or seasonal creation might reappear, ready to surprise and delight anew. Fatty Arbuckles. The rich aroma of sizzling bacon, eggs and buttery pancakes drifts from the kitchen, mingling with the scent of fresh coffee. Families, friends and early risers gather around bustling tables, the clatter of cutlery and hum of conversation creating a warm, comforting rhythm. Every plate, from hearty breakfast to indulgent desserts, feels like a small ritual, a moment to pause and savour flavour and nostalgia. Fatty Arbuckles wasn't just a diner, it was a place where mornings were celebrated, laughter shared and memories made over steaming mugs and golden plates. Children tug at syrup-laden pancakes while adults sip coffee, soaking in the lively atmosphere. And just when you think you've tasted every menu favourite, a forgotten dish or seasonal treat might appear, ready to spark curiosity and delight all over again. Hermann's German. The scent of sizzling bratwurst, mustard, and freshly baked rolls drifts through the busy eatery, mingling with the aroma of tangy sauerkraut. Diners cluster at communal tables, the soft clatter of cutlery and low murmur of conversation creating a lively, comforting rhythm. Every sausage wrapped in a crisp roll and topped with bold flavours feels like a small ritual, a quick, satisfying moment of indulgence that wakes the senses. Hermann's German wasn't just about fast food. It was a celebration of craftsmanship, flavour and tradition, turning a simple meal into a memorable experience. Children marvel at the toppings while adults savour each bite, and the atmosphere hums with energy. And just when you think you've tried every combination, a seasonal or forgotten specialty might appear, ready to spark curiosity and delight anew. Leon. The aroma of freshly baked flatbreads, Roasted vegetables and sizzling meats drift through the bright, bustling space, mingling with subtle hints of herbs and spices. Early risers, families and students shuffle past, trays balanced with hot boxes, wraps, and steaming drinks. Every bite feels wholesome, a comforting ritual of warmth and flavour to start the day. Leon wasn't just fast food. It was a carefully crafted experience, blending nutrition, taste, and simplicity. The chatter of customers, clatter of trays, and hum of the kitchen create a lively, familiar rhythm that makes mornings feel alive. Yet hidden among the menu's favourites, a long-forgotten hot box or seasonal creation may reappear, ready to surprise your taste buds and spark fresh delight. The golden egg. The warm aroma of sizzling bacon, fried eggs, and fresh toast fills the air, mingling with the subtle scent of brewed coffee. Families, friends, and early risers settle into cosy booths, the clatter of cutlery and hum of conversation creating a comforting rhythm. Every plate, from hearty fry-ups to fluffy pancakes, feels like a small ritual, a pause in the day to savour flavour, warmth, and comfort. The Golden Egg wasn't just a diner. It was a hub of memories, laughter, and simple indulgence, where mornings were celebrated with every bite. Children tug at syrup-drizzled pancakes while adults sip coffee, enjoying the lively atmosphere. And just when you think you've tried every breakfast favourite, a hidden or seasonal dish may appear, ready to spark curiosity and delight once again. Bernie Inn, the scent of sizzling steaks, roasted potatoes, and buttery vegetables drifts through the classic dining room, mingling with the faint aroma of freshly baked bread. Families, friends, and couples gather at polished tables, the clink of cutlery and soft murmur of conversation creating a warm, inviting rhythm. Every dish, from perfectly cooked steaks to indulgent puddings, feels like a small ritual, a moment to savour tradition, flavour, and comfort. Bernie Inn wasn't just a restaurant. It was a landmark of mid-century dining where evenings became memories and every meal felt special. Children marvel at puddings while adults savour each bite, soaking in the cosy atmosphere. And just when you think you've tasted every classic dish, a seasonal or forgotten favourite might reappear, ready to spark curiosity and delight all over again. BHS Coffee Lounge. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingles with warm pastries and buttery toast, filling the airy, bustling space. Shoppers and friends take a pause from the day and settling at tables with clinking cups and soft conversation creating a gentle, comforting rhythm. Every plate, from classic breakfast to sweet treats, feels like a small ritual, a moment to savour warmth, flavour, and a slice of everyday luxury. BHS Coffee Lounge wasn't just a cafe, it was a meeting place, a pause in busy days where memories were brewed alongside coffee. Children nibbled on cakes while adults sipped slowly, soaking in the welcoming atmosphere. And just when you think you've tried every favourite, a seasonal special or forgotten indulgence might appear, ready to spark curiosity and delight your senses all over again. Wimpy, the aroma of sizzling burgers, crispy fries, and toasted buns drifts through the bustling diner, mingling with the scent of freshly brewed coffee and milkshakes. Families, friends, and kids gather at cheerful booths, the soft clatter of cutlery and laughter blending into a comforting rhythm. Every bite, from juicy burgers to golden fries, feels like a small ritual, a moment to indulge in simple, hearty flavours. Wimpy wasn't just a fast food stop, it was a place of memories, where casual meals became moments of shared joy and comfort. Children eagerly dipped fries into sauces, while adults savoured every burger bite, soaking in the lively atmosphere. And just when you think you've tried every menu favourite, a forgotten specialty or seasonal treat might appear, ready to spark curiosity and delight all over again. Krispy Kreme. The sweet, warm aroma of freshly glazed donuts drifts from the bakery, mingling with the rich scent of coffee and chocolate. Families, friends, and early risers gather at counters, the soft clatter of plates and hum of conversation creating a lively, comforting rhythm. Every donut, soft, sweet, and perfectly glazed, feels like a tiny ritual, a moment to savour indulgence, warmth, and nostalgia. Krispy Kreme wasn't just a bakery, it was a celebration of simple joy, where mornings and afternoons alike were made brighter with sugar, laughter, and shared delight. Children marvel at the shiny glaze while adults steal quiet bites, soaking in the cheerful atmosphere. And as the last donut is savoured, the memory lingers, a sweet ending to a taste of Britain's lost favourites. Relive the flavours of Britain's forgotten favourites and let your taste buds wander through memory lane. Click now to discover more hidden culinary treasures that time almost forgot.